Yeah, big news with the Braves coming this week. Max Fried named the starter on Thursday. He's going to have, after last season, Cy Young finalist, he's going to have a lot on his shoulders this year till Soroka comes back. Especially, we've seen him last season carry the team. So if you're a Braves fan, let's get ready to chop on. A lot of chops this year. 33%. We'll put the music going with it. It's a big deal. Let's have a chop going this year. Don't stop just because the politically correct people say you have to stop chopping. I think they need to keep chopping, if not do it more. Kansas City Chiefs, they chopped all through the playoffs, all back-to-back Super Bowl runs. You can hear them on TV, and it's clearly no big deal. I think where Atlanta being in the South makes it a big deal that the Braves do a chop, and I don't think that's enough reason to stop going with a Tomahawk Chop. So if you go to a game, part of that 33%, chop. Go on. If you're in the Battery, part of that 100% capacity at the Battery, you got to chop on there. A big year for the Braves. Ronald Acuna really seemed to be having a big spring, really busting out home runs the last couple of games. Sure he's ready to go. If you saw the interview with Freddie Freeman, he's ready. He said, 28 days away from his family, newborn twins. He's ready to come on back. So these guys being around their family, really going to make a difference, especially this year without as much COVID restrictions on the players. Should make them be a little more home feel when they are around home and at home. And hopefully, the Braves said 100% at the All-Star game in July. So hopefully that's possible and bodes well for the sport in the fall when football rolls around 100%. But with the Braves, yeah, you want it to be 100%. You want home field advantage. You want all that good stuff. I think the Braves fan base after last season is really anticipating a big year, even with the Dodgers signing Trevor Bauer and anybody else they wanted. The Padres making a bunch of trades and signings. Even with all that, I still think the Braves have what could be the best team in the National League, best team in all of baseball. When Soroka comes back, you have Soroka Fried at the top. That's a 1-2. That's going to be tough. It's going to be the best, could be the best in baseball. You look after that when you got Ian Anderson, Drew Smiley, and then, of course, the free agent signing of Charlie Morton. That's a pretty good five-man rotation. And I think that's what it's going to take to win. Unlike football, pitching's always going to be key in baseball. There's never going to come a time where pitching don't matter. And right now, with offenses the way they are, if you got that shutdown pitcher, you can win it. Look at, the Dodgers show that with their staff. And they got some good young players, great young players, the Buellers and the Mays of the world, and they're going to be a tough to beat. Braves had them on the hook, let them off last season, obviously. Can't do that again, and maybe having some home field advantage is what the Braves need to make sure they don't, let the Dodgers off the hook. So that's Thursday. I believe it's 1 o'clock, then 3 o'clock on Saturday, off on Friday because opening days always have an off day after. And then 4 o'clock on Sunday, Easter Sunday. So it's pretty exciting. Love the start of baseball season. Until the playoffs, it's really the most look forward to game of the year is opening day. It's just a big deal in baseball. It's a traditional type game, and I'm a baseball traditionalist, so I look forward to that. If you want to call, 706-457-0964, call or text that number. If you're watching on a replay and not live, you can still call or text. If I get a funny text or funny voicemail, I'll play it on air. I don't care. Or read the text on air. As long as it's clean and, pointed to the show, I don't mind doing it. I think that'd be a good way to interact. And I know a lot of people watch it on a replay.